above all else, police highly encourage that people never ever leave their keys in their car. After a neighbor had been pulled from the rubble, Smith Hayes and her family moved their cars. During that time, unbeknownst to them, this entire side of their house had caught on fire.
The march was planned on Facebook and scheduled from 2 to 4, but we see it is past 4 o'clock and we still have people in support.
Channels like Yoga with Adrian became so popular during the pandemic because you can do them social distancing within the safety of your own home and within the comfort of your own bedroom.
For those that didn't partake in early voting, polls opened today across the nation at about 6 a.m. and just recently closed 3 hours ago at 7 p.m. I went out this afternoon throughout the Champaign community to see just who came out to the polls to vote this election. Let's take a look. Across the nation, lines form on voting day for the 2020 election. Citizens waited to place their votes in local, state, and this year, the presidential election. Evan Waller, sophomore at the University of Illinois, was voting for the first time.
It'll be interesting. I'm excited, a little bit nervous, but nothing really to worry about.
Waller's grateful for the opportunity.
There are some people who maybe don't have the opportunity to vote, and so I feel like since I'm able to vote, I should use that as to my advantage, and I would encourage anyone else who has the opportunity to vote to sort of exercise that right.
TJ Blakeman, husband of Champaign County Circuit Clerk Katie Blakeman, spoke on the importance of voting.
You know, voting is the bedrock of our democracy, and it requires people to be active participants in it. It requires people to educate themselves, to learn about the issues, to come out and put the right people in office.
Blakeman says voting is for everyone.
It's absolutely critical that people of all ages meet their responsibility and come out and vote every election.
And voting numbers have risen.
I think the numbers, the turnout numbers have continued to increase across the country and here in Champaign County, and that's great. That means people are participating in the process and really making a difference.
And to Waller, this importance meant more in person.
I've seen my parents come out and vote in person all the time, and so, or like when I was little and whatnot, and so I wanted to be able to do the same rather than do the mail-in ballot. So I just wanted to partake in a more traditional experience.
Citizens now wait to see what officials and President of the United States their votes will choose. Stay tuned to UI7 as we wait for final votes to come in. I'm Sammi St. Ledger with UI7 Live.
At 8:30 Friday morning on Willow Road in Urbana, Virginia Smith Hayes went to the kitchen to cook breakfast. At 9 o'clock, she was unloading the dishwasher when
I heard this big boom and it was so loud, it shook the house. So I just jumped down on the floor because I thought a tree had hit the house.
Smith Hayes' husband and son came running to investigate, and realizing a tree hadn't hit the house, all three opened the door to see a strange sight.
It was all white, just white stuff just flying, like a snowstorm.
The snow had come from an explosion of Smith Hayes' next-door neighbor, Ken Philbeck's house.
What was I feeling? Just panicking, freaking out, because I knew he was in there. It was him in there, and it was a dog. We was hollering and screaming, and he finally responded.
An owner of the Cracker Barrel nearby, a roof worker down the street, and a neighbor pulled Philbeck out of the rubble just in time.
Just as they had got him out, it was engulfed.
After a neighbor had been pulled from the rubble, Smith Hayes and her family moved their cars. During that time, unbeknownst to them, this entire side of their house had caught on fire. While her house did receive some damages, buckled siding, a burned garage with ruined items inside, Smith Hayes is shook up.
Just still kind of shocked and freaked out at all of this.
But grateful.
It's like, thank God for the trees and bushes, or it would have been a lot worse. A lot more of this debris would have hit us.
Smith Hayes and her neighbor are safe, but Philbeck is now looking for his dog, Remy, who he believes ran away. The cause of the explosion remains under investigation. In Urbana, Sammi St. Ledger, UI7 Live. Last week, University of Illinois law student Ryan Camp got a surprise phone call, and not the good kind.
It was really weird getting a call about my stolen car that I didn't know was stolen yet.
The call was from his brother, who was just informed by Champaign police his car was involved in a hit and run. Police had found Camp's brother's AAA card in the glove compartment and called him in Chicago. At first, Camp wasn't convinced the car was missing.
I was like, I don't know what you're talking about, man. Like, my car's in the parking garage. And so I went down there to prove to him that my car was in the parking garage, and it was not there anymore. So freaked out for a couple minutes, called the police department from the number that my brother gave me, and basically said, I don't know what's going on. My car is gone.
Camp's car is now one of 5 stolen within the past month. 3 have been stolen from the area between 6th and Green, another near Burrell Hall, and Camp's from Midtown Apartments. UIPD officer Patrick Wade said, despite frequent occurrences, theft numbers remain low. He said tackling the issue is more than just adding more police on patrol.
It doesn't take very long to steal a car when it's sitting there unattended and running. So that's really the biggest step, is asking our students to and campus community members to be aware of that.
Wade said it's all about one thing.
If you see someone walking down the street checking car handles to see if cars are unlocked, that's something that we would want reported to us so we can come check it out.
Above all else, police highly encourage that people never ever leave their keys in their car. Luckily, Camp's situation didn't pose any physical harm or financial. Nothing from inside the car was taken, and damages to the outside were minimal. While Camp and his insurance aren't liable, the fate of whoever stole his car remains a mystery.
I feel for the other person that hopefully they get everything sorted out, and I don't want them to pay for anything, but obviously I don't really want to pay for anything either because my car was stolen. And as sirens blare, we'll stay alert. In Urbana, Sammi St. Ledger, UI7 Live.
Supreme Court Justice Ruth Bader Ginsburg died at the age of 87. A feminist icon throughout her life, Ginsburg fought for women's rights. She was appointed to the Supreme Court by President Clinton in 1993 and served 27 years. Well, we're going to take a quick break, but when we come back, we'll hear about how Illini Student Musicals is recovering from a recent robbery. Stay tuned. ISM storage unit was recently broken into, and all light, sound, and tech equipment was stolen. Good Morning Illini's Jane Roberts has more on the story. Moving to more surprising news, on Monday morning, over 100 people in West Urbana began reporting their car tires had been slashed. University of Illinois student Alan Parton sent us his reaction when he woke up to the bad news. At 132 feet tall, the Altgeld Bell Tower is one of those highs. These bells are turning 100 years old this year. The Altgeld ringers, the people that chime the wonderful bells, are celebrating in a special way. Good Morning Illini's Annie Mugg has the story.
Yes, we love Barry, and as college students, internships are also really important to us.
However, recently, finding one and getting one is even harder. Good Morning Illini's Carson Gordie talked to a student who's struggling to find an internship, but isn't giving up on his future dream career. For School of Music students at the U of I, in-person concerts and events are still on hold this semester. However, some of those students are working to safely bring virtual concerts to community members who need to experience the power of music the most. GMI's Amanda Brennan joins us live with the full story. I am the first person that had the opportunity to be a part of Good Morning Illini for 4 years, and those 4 years have come to an end. I had the opportunity to recap and reminisce on my time at Good Morning Illini that started with one microphone on Green Street. Let's take one final look.
Okay, you don't understand, I'm so excited for today, I love Earth Day, I love Earth Day. Here, squirrely, squirrely, squirrely. We're just doing this to help out the Earth, so I'm definitely just gonna be quick, put as much trash in my bag as I can. I mean, I made a friend, man. I feel like I should be. There's 2 of them.
Hello? No, Mom, I'm on a date. I did not pay him.
Quad Day, honestly, it's a really sweet time, you have freshmen showing up, they just left their parents, they're seeing how awesome our campus is, super diverse, signing up for stuff. And I mean, to me, it really means 2 words I can think about, free stuff.
Have you ever seen a flying squirrel?
No. In here?
I mean, they exist, but singing the S in Illinois during the fight song. Why is our football team good?
Really not.
All right,
Good talk. Thank you.
You have to lead with this leg.
I don't think anybody actually knows how to do this.
My one goal when I wake up every single morning is don't get hit by a bike today.
Sammy, did you just take a bite out of your cup?
What's your go-to Halloween movie?
Probably Halloween Town. That's good.
Cheapers, Illini. I think we solved their mystery. That's all for now from a couple meddling kids.